Hello, I'm reading AV. Um, I debated on whether I actually want to start this channel, and I don't know if I will continue with it. Sorry, got distracted. But I want to talk about books, and I want to talk about the books I'm reading, so there will be major spoilers. And if I continue with the channel, it'll just be on whatever book I'm reading. But I want to talk about Loved by PC Cast and Kristin Cast. As part of the Otherworld series. And it takes place after the House of Night. So if you haven't read those, spoiler alert. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about, I have the notes on my phone, is I'm confused about the timeline for the House of Night series and this one. So it says in the third book of House of Night, which is Chosen, Zoe, the main character, turns 17. And then in Loved, which is, so there's 12 books in the House of Night series, and then the Otherworld series is 3 books for now, and then the 4th one comes out in the summer. But so in the Loved, she turns 18, and so it's just does 9 books take place in less than a year? Because the premise of Loved, it says they come back a year later. I don't know if I'm just overthinking the timing or just taking it more literal than they meant. But either way, I'm confused. I need my check mark emoji. There it is. Okay. Ooh, and the second thing is Jack. I love Jack. He's back. Jack is back. He died in... Which book was it? I don't know which book it was, but in the main House of Night series, Jack, Damien's boyfriend, had died. And it was super sad. Because he was not one of my favorite characters, but he was a really good character. He was so sweet. And he didn't deserve to die. But he came back and loved due to another alternate reality. And at first he was a red vampire with no humanity. And then Aphrodite, which I'll talk about later, changed and gave all the red vampires that came back their humanity. So yay, Jack is back. Oh, and we finally meet Zoe's siblings. So she mentions them on and off throughout the series, very randomly and hardly ever. But we know she has a sister and a brother. And the main series, even the first one before she's married, whenever we meet her family, we don't even meet the siblings. We meet her grandma, we meet her mom, and her stepdad, which she called step loser. So I was kind of I don't know the right word, annoyed, or I don't know. I was feeling some way about not ever meeting her siblings. Even during the school visits, we never met the sibling. So we finally met her brother. We still haven't met her sister, but we met her brother. And in fact, Lost, the one I'm reading now, it has his view during some chapters, so that's interesting. Then Nefret is gone and loved, so we thought, but she isn't. She is, we thought we sort of defeated her, but she's immortal, so she can't die. And in Revealed, I think that's the last one. Yeah, or Redeemed. No, it's Revealed. In Revealed, the book puts her trapped into a park, and so we think she's gone, but she doesn't make an appearance in Loved, but she does things offhand, or like off page, off screen, whatever. But like in the end, like the darkness that had surrounded her, we see in the end of Loved. So it's annoying because I hate that character, and I'm ready for a new villain. Like, she's been the main villain. She's like the Voldemort of House and Night. It's just annoying. At least she's smarter, though, kind of. And then this next one isn't really about the Otherworld series. It's more about Revealed. But Aaron died, part of the twin, and that was super sad because it just happened in like the first chapter of Revealed. Not even the first chapter, it was like the prologue. Yeah, like in the prologue, she just rejected the change, and it was kind of sad because we weren't really a fan of her like at that part, but she could have easily been redeemed. Because she was a part of the twin with Shawnee, and they kind of broke up. But and Aaron turned into like just a huge bitch, really. But she could have easily been redeemed because it wasn't that long of a breakup kind of thing. Oh, and then Aphrodite, this happens in Loved, has like a new mark now. She went through this change after her mom died. And she has like, so if like House of Night, they have a mark that's the blue vampires versus red vampires, and they have a blue mark on their forehead, and then the red vamps have the red mark. But now Aphrodite has a blue and a red, and I'm hoping that if they do go through like the TV show, that the Otherworld will become a part of that, because I would really love to see that mark. And she also gets like the power with it to that's how Jack actually got his humanity back. She got the power to give people second chances, and so she decided that they deserved a second chance. And then the last thing I was excited about, that like kind of major thing happened in the book, was that Aphrodite's mom died, and she was just awful. She was an awful human being. She was the mayor's wife and just hated her daughter, never like treated her daughter right at all, nor her husband. She was very abusive, mentally abusive. So I felt bad for Aphrodite, kind of. Not really, no. Actually, I don't feel bad, because that's how she got the change. Because she realized just truly how awful her mother was. And then had like this big realization that made Nitz come down and bless her with these powers. But, what was I gonna say? But either way, I'm very excited that she died. And like, she Aphrodite went to the hospital to tell her that she was dying, because she got bitten by a pretty much zombie type that they introduced in the book. And so Aphrodite went to go tell her, and we thought that she was going to be redeemed for a second, which was annoying. But because she was talking about working together with Aphrodite, and then Aphrodite actually listened to the plan, and it was I don't remember, it was about like taking over Tulsa again, because it's set in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Sorry, my phone opened up Google. But so it's set over Tulsa, and she wanted to take over and kick the vampires out. But so then we find out how truly awful she is. But anyways, she died. I'm happy. And that was pretty much all the notes I had about Loved. I have about 2 things of notes for Lost, the book that I'm reading now, and the second part of The Otherworld, which I think I will mention after I finish Lost. I'll have more notes, hopefully. So, I don't know if I will continue uploading videos, depending on if I get any views or subscribers, or if anybody cares. If not, oh well, I'll talk to myself. I don't care. Alright.